The topics for today, we're going to go over some basics first because some of you are new to SAP Business One and some of you are old-timers like me. And so we'll look at, how queries can be moved to Microsoft Excel. We'll take a look at how any grid in SAP Business One can be sent to Microsoft Excel. Then we'll take a look at some brand new Excel integration coming in version 9.1, which is the demo system I'll be using today. And then I'm going to show you how to use Excel for reporting. So the first things that we want to look at is just some basic things that from the very beginning SAP Business One built into the system to integrate Microsoft Excel with SAP Business One. And that for most people revolves around particular queries that they might run and then want to manipulate that data somehow in Excel, typically for reporting purposes. So here's a simple query. I call it the open balances query. I use this a lot to illustrate things with. And you'll see that I've got a BP card type here. So I have customers, vendors, and leads all in the same group. And their BP code, name, their group name, their sales employee name, and their account balance. This involves 3 different tables in Business One. The OCRD table, the OCRG table for group names, and the OSLP table for salesperson's names. And so this query runs, and I can send it to Excel. This is something that Business One has done since the very first version I ever used, I think 6.4 or something like that. And you just simply click the Excel button. And if your system is set up correctly, right, there are some things you have to set in Excel. Macros have to be enabled, and an auto-open file has to be in a very particular place in Business One in order for that to work. So that's in system initialization and the paths, P-A-T-H, settings for Excel, right? So then I click Save. I had one with that name, so I'm going to overwrite it. And I do not want currency symbols. And it will open Excel and populate that data into Excel. Now, it's always been able to do this, but that's still pretty neat for a lot of things that people want to do in reporting because most of us are fairly familiar with Microsoft Excel. Now, another thing that it did all the time, we'll close Excel here, get it out of our way. Don't save it.